I don't ever slow up, no I don't take I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Hello everybody, I was asked to do a video. Actually, I've been asked about 3 different videos, but I was asked to do a video about hustles and if I ever had a hustle in prison. I didn't really have a hustle in prison except for a few months when I was a storeman. The only reason I was a storeman is because my cellie was a storeman. You know, store box, whatever you want to call it. And he got transferred and he left it to me. And it was a big store. I got to tell you something. You got to really enjoy doing that to do it. I mean, I had money coming in from my family and stuff, so I really didn't need it. So I ended up getting rid of it. But I mean, there's no rest time. Sitting in your cell trying to relax and watch a movie or something, and every few minutes somebody come up, Harvey, I need a bag of coffee, Harvey this and Harvey that. And then you got your friends wanting you to just, hey, give them something. And no. Oh, come on, man, you got that, you don't need the money anyway, and your cell, you left that to you, man, you can come off. They're just trying to get free stuff. So I gave it to this guy who didn't get no money in from home. He had a job where he only made like $15, $20 a month, and he appreciated it. He was doing good. The thing of it is, people would come up to him and hey man, my money didn't hit, I got you next week, and he'd go for it. Nah, that's just them playing games. You gotta nip that in the bud. So, a couple guys, one of them was my workout partner, told him, said, hey man, we'll make sure people pay. We just want a little bit of, just kick us down something from the canteen, from the profits. And he said, okay. He could afford to do that. I mean, it was a big store, and there's different people holding things for him, because you're only allowed so much. You're only allowed like a case of sodas, whatever. So if you got more than a case and they find out about it, you can get a conduct violation. So you have other people holding it, and that's why my cellie didn't take all the stuff with him, because he wouldn't be able to. When he got transferred. But my workout partner told me, he said, man, I wish more people would try not to pay him. I said, why would you wish that? Why would you wish that on him? He goes, man, it's boring. There ain't nothing to do. He goes, that's one of the reasons I offered to do this, man. And so, when people didn't pay, I could collect. And he laughs, right? I collect for him. I said, but you're still getting money from him. He goes, I'm like you, I don't need the money, but he said, I was just wanting some action. I mean, you're really messed up in the head. Anyway, the guy had it for a long time, and then I went to the hole and ended up in a different housing unit. I don't know what ever happened with it, but he did good for a long time. But people get hustles doing everything, like making cards, writing letters. Some people even want to wash your clothes for you, which I didn't really mind if it was like my sweats or something, but it was just these people, they'll wash people's boxers and everything else, I don't know how you could do that, man, but whatever, I guess it's a hustle, They're making a little bit of something. Making some ramen soups to eat at night. Whatever. The barber man they get paid for cutting hair. But if you get a job in a barber shop, you better know what you're doing. Because if you don't, it can end up bad for you. And I know I had a friend of mine, you got to do 90 days in food service and then you can apply for another job. And he applied everywhere that was hiring, and the barbershop ended up hiring him. He did not know how to cut hair. If you want me to tell about that story, I will, but it ended up bad for him. And but what is that? But when I had a good barber, and most people did this too. If you have a good barber, you kick them down a bag of coffee or something. You know, just because they don't get paid a whole lot. You know, I think 15, 20, maybe $20 a month, if I'm not wrong on that. It might be more now, but back then it wasn't much. So you kick them down a bag of coffee or something. And that's just what you did, if they did a good job. And my barber, he always did do a good job. He was a barber on the streets. And everybody wanted him. So you had to wait in line. They'd have 3 or 4 barbers in there. And they said, next. I said, I'm waiting on him. But I've seen people use hustles to get canteen while they saved up what other little money they got so they can buy TV, you know, all this. But hustles can go bad too. Tattooing is a hustle. You gotta know how to tattoo too. If you don't know how to tattoo, man, you mess somebody up, it's all bad. And it's always weird, like when you have 2 storemen or 2 tattoo men in the same wing, same pod. They're in competition with one another, but at the same time, it's like they get along. You know, like if a storeman has something, doesn't have something, he may tell the person, hey man, go over and see so and so. He's got it. I'm sure he does. And same way with the tattoo man. I seen tattoo man say, hey man, I got a full list of people to do. I'm very busy. Go see so and so. So it's like they're in competition, but they help one another at the same time. But I've seen fights over a competition, you know, like especially between the storeman. Not so much between the tattoo man, but between the storeman, because I remember one fight where one thought the other one, man, you're undercutting me, man. And I was here first, you know. Take your store somewhere else, you know. Go to a different wing or something. They need one over in the C wing, and they end up in the end fighting. But most times it didn't happen like that. They're in competition, but they help one another out. And that's about all I got for you. See you next time. Thank you for watching.